Yeah, lift the veil back. Just wanted to have a rap session again, and also continue to summarize these findings here. And the reason why I rendered the original graph and added this anthropology and morphology to the prior graph is because, as anticipated, many who saw many of the illustrations that I shared in summary of, the Austro-Melanesian presence by way of the C haplogroup in ancient Europe. Of course, it was contested, and like I said, as expected, you had, contemporary, modern, Europeans or those of that descent, still trying to retrofit themselves into ancient Europe, and so I was already anticipating that. That's why I added the morphology and the anthropology to part one anyway. But I'm going to continue to summarize it and talk about it. And so, as you can see, what the morphology looked like in the Upper Paleolithic period in ancient Europe, you can see here that they're completely different than what you would call the modern age. And even in the by the time that the West hunter-gathering population was derived, even that population was highly flattened in comparison to their ancient European ancestors. And so one of the key features that I wanted to point out in morphology from the Upper Paleolithic age, and what's common amongst all specimens in that age, is that you'll see that they're always described as robust, and in particular, what's interesting as well is that the nasal structure is always wide. The noses are broad, and so basically, they have Negro structured noses, and one that is very particular is the low nasal bridges. Now, they say that these are African only features, but these features are found all over the world in the Upper Paleolithic period. Even in the earth mounds in the Americas, this is the features that, this is the description that they describe these features as: robust skeletal forms, robust in the face, broad nasal apertures, low nasal bridges, and so you might see some anomalies in other populations where they may have some of these features within their populations, but we know that those same populations are derived groups, so that's not really an apples to apples comparison. And they often try to, conflate and suppress the obvious by saying that, knowing that these groups that they're comparing the skin pigmentation and these facial structures to, they have recent Negroid type ancestry in their recent ancestral history, But once again, Upper Paleolithic Europe was robust in bone structure, particularly in the face, low nasal bridges, wide noses and wide nasal apertures. You know what I mean? And so once again, I put this together because, the reaction to what I was putting out was, and when I say we, I'm talking about modern, white people. You know what I mean? No disrespect. Got love for everybody, but it is what it is. They tried to say that, the information didn't mean anything. We're still direct descendants of these ancient people. Change in pigmentation doesn't mean anything, which is gonna cause more of a demonstration, particularly on depigmentation as well. But what they're trying to do is try to say that they still share direct descent from this ancient population. And, the fact that they are morphologically different, the fact that they didn't have or don't have the dark pigmentation doesn't mean anything genetically. It's just superficial is what they call it. Well, in this, powwow I'm having right now, I'm going to explain this in further detail. And I'm going to point out particulars as to why it just wasn't about skin pigmentation. So yeah, follow me. So I want to break down, the proportions of ancestry and where, modern Europeans obtained their gene flow from. And I'm starting here with this picture of Cheddar Man. This Cheddar Man represents his population was within the West hunter-gathering European group. And so, like I said before, even this group is not a representation of the Upper Paleolithic group. And I'm gonna go back to the graph, and you can see the difference on the graph in terms of their morphology from the earliest Upper Paleolithic age. Okay, so yeah, I zoomed it in, and you can see that these two groups, Western hunter-gatherers and the Eastern European hunter-gatherers, they are descendants from the Villabranca cluster. And so they split into East and West. From that East and West, in the Eastern hunter-gatherer group, the Cytokino, I think that's how you pronounce it, is going to descend from them. And for whatever reason, they're going to bring a totally different genome into Europe. But before I get into that, I want to explain, even with direct ancestry coming directly from the Upper Paleolithic, you can see here that Cheddar Man's group, the West hunter-gatherer, and the Eastern European group as well, they are slightly flattened already here, and you can see that their nasal structure is intermediate in terms of height of nasal bridge, moderate nasal apertures, and they're slightly less robust than the Upper Paleolithic. So I'm gonna leave it right here, and I'm gonna pick back up on a part 2, and I'm gonna continue this.